I have this 2010 DD13. It has a fault code for EGR valve actuator failsafe mode, motor off. And the previous mechanic before this, he had replaced the actuator already, and it's still throwing these fault codes. So I'm gonna take you guys into the troubleshooting and the repair for this video, so we'll see what we find. EGR valve actuator code, and as you guys can see, it's not active right now. Yesterday it was active. We took it for a test drive, set it overnight. I haven't done anything to it, and as you guys can see, it's not active. And this is a DD13. As you guys can see, the actuator has been replaced with a new style one, and it's still throwing those fault codes. All right guys, I took the EGR actuator out, as you guys can see, and as you can see, it moves freely. The new actuator, always check that even if you got a new actuator. And right here we're checking the EGR valve, and the EGR feels smooth. As you guys can see, I'm not putting that much pressure on it. It's not getting stopped by soot or carbon or anything. Guys, so I checked out everything, and everything checks out good on the EGR actuator side, EGR valve side, everything's good. I'm gonna show you guys one thing right here. This is the diagram for the EGR valve actuator. As you guys can see, it has voltage right here from the engine brake solenoid valve medium, and as you can see right here, it goes to the EGR valve actuator. So they share a voltage right here, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna show you guys the issue to this, and let me see if I can get up here. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect this cable and you guys will see for yourself. Oil, bunch of oil. See all that oil? Bunch of oil. So what this tells me is that triggered the EGR valve actuator fault code. So they had to replace the EGR valve actuator thinking it was that without checking the simple things first. And what we're gonna do is replace the harness, and I'll let you guys know what ends up happening. And I'm gonna show you guys the harness from the bottom of the computer where it connects. Look at all this oil, a lot of oil. I know you can't really see it that good. I'm trying to show you guys the best I can, but look at all that oil. That's no good. This is the old harness. As you guys can see, all that oil inside of the harness. A lot of oil inside of the harness. A lot of oil in all the plugs. The new harness is in. And as you guys can see, we already turned the truck on, and the fault codes went away. We already took it for a test drive, and as you guys can see, the codes are not active anymore. So the harness was the cause of this. They had to replace the actuator, and the whole time it was the harness.